Say the erosion really is not coming from outside. It's us where we get to apart there and say, I mean, this is the crumbs. So this guy who I was talking to now when I was coming here, he was like, we got the crumbs,
Yeah.
and we don't even appreciate the crumbs. We're letting them being stamped on and get killed. So I mean, my brief is, I'll let people know what you do with the information is up to you, because you know what. It is what it is. And it's funny that you will have AfriForum Solidarity challenging and taking these things to court because they feel strongly about their own nation, about their own people, to say, now we are not going to say, now we're not freeze, but put more black people in senior positions when all along these positions were reserved for us. And me now I'm sitting, I'm like, you know what, this thing is dead, so might as well give up on it. When it's the little that has been put for us to benefit from it. We're talking about the land to say, Mara batlile ka boat. Is it possible that a shipload took over Africa? You know, I mean, at times I feel like maybe history has been rewritten in a way that, and if you read like the book of Kintu and all that, you realize that our own people sold their own to slavery.
Yes.
Our own people were happy with mirrors and whatever, selling packets of land. If you read about King Cetshwayo, he brought the Scott guy and gave him indawo in his own crawl, and gave him women to say, here's the beauty of Zululand, have your pick. And this person learned then the ways of the Zulu people, and he was able to bring then the English army, because now he was already inside and part and parcel of the king's crawl. So he knew their strategy, he knew how they thought, how they fought. So how is not going to be easy to be defeated? Look at CCMA. People are not even bothering to take their cases there because CCMA has been eroded. Denel, we sold our IP. Denel was the best company in the world. That's when it came to military precision and producing IP military. And then you sell your country's IP.
Yeah.
You sell waterfront. What country have you ever seen in the world that says a waterfront which is part and parcel of its own
National
treasure, your national key point? And I'm sure some of us are not even aware of this, because I was at a competition commission when the matter came, and it was like, but is it even something you should be discussing? Should you be just saying this matter cannot go, this acquisition cannot be go through? This is part and parcel of who we are. You know, so at times you give up. You're like, when I left 2022, I was done. After 2020, I was done with this, because I was like, what's the use? Because even the people that are supposed to be benefiting from it, well, they were the one attacking us at the commission, because they were fighting for the little crumbs, and some of them are not even getting the crumbs. I'll give you an example. We went to a one estate in Stellenbosch, because the union there had complained. And when you got to this company and we were talking, and they were like, there's the trust ESOP. It's called, when it's an employee scheme, it's called an ESOP. So we have an ESOP for our employees, and then we had 123. These are very well-known names. We have 123 who also bought shares, and then we have, all these little things. Okay, when did they buy the shares? In 2005, and the shares at the time they bought them for like 75 million, and currently they owe 1.8 billion. Now, how did you move from a loan of 75 million to 2.5 billion? No, they were not servicing the loan. Now the question is, when as a black person, how do you buy shares for 75 million or 1,000 in your pocket? Because I think these are the discussions you should be having, to say, when you get into deals and you get into these things, do you do your own assessment and check yourself to say, Mara Hansen, should I be even getting into this deal? How am I going to service this loan? And they say to you, no, we'll give them triple dividends. I mean, at times companies don't declare dividends for 5 years. So in the 5 years you're servicing your loan, you took a loan from the bank is charging interest. At some point the bank is just gonna go and come and take your shares, because that's all they can have, because you are not servicing your loan. But yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's talk triple BE, and I'm just putting this on the table to say we need to be aware of the pitfalls. and why we have these policies. You know, when affirmative action was put into place, it served black people and white women because they were recognized to say they were also victimized pre-94. And then at some point the government was let me get to it. At some point the government realized, but hold on, now we have all these white companies mushrooming, held on by white women who have, most of them were being fronted by their men, by the way. And then BE came to say, no, we need to focus on our own people. Yes, affirmative action must still be there to cover these other people, but now we need to be specific and deliberate to say we'll do 1, 2, 3 for our own. What happened? All of a sudden there was this floodgates. Yeah, this thing is reverse apartheid, it's this and this, and then we bought into it, and at some point it just then, you know. When we're a small business, we talk about categories. I'll call them categories just to make life easier for us. And some of you indicated the need to want to get into business. We talk about 3 categories in Triple BE. We have something called EMEs. These are your emerging micro enterprises. We have QSEs. These are qualifying small enterprises, and then we have large enterprises. Today we'll focus mostly on EMEs, which are small and startups companies. These are people who are not making any money or are making less than 10 million. And I might be putting myself in a bracket that people are making more than 10 million. If you are, forgive me. No, we never know. I mean, you know. So the requirements for EMEs are really straightforward. You either have to complete a sworn affidavit or get a CIPC